This video is brought to you by Styleflip.com. Customize and protect your music equipment now.
Look at the DB2. Starting with the DB2, on the back you've got a USB sound card with 4 stereo sends and returns. You've got an X-Link feature here for powering and distributing data to Xone K2s. You've got analog and digital record outs. You've got digital ins, and you've got a whole selection there of analog and phono levels. You've got master XLR out and booth on jacks. Moving up to this input matrix here, this input matrix is a really cool idea because no longer are you restricted to being on one channel. You can literally assign and route the channels and the music that you've got plugged in at the back to any physical channel on the mixer. So you're not restricted in that way at all. You can apply different sounds and effects processing to different channels or multiple channels as if you see fit. This Xone EQ section here is called Xone Trimodal EQ. This means that it works in 3 different ways. One is ordinary asymmetric EQ, 2 is filter mode, so you've got a high pass, a low pass filter and adjustable resonance of the filter, and the other is isolator mode with full total kill. How you access that is you hit menu, EQ setup, and then you choose which EQ mode you're in, and that will then affect globally the EQ on the mixer. You've got a mic channel here. You can route the mic channel to the crossfader or to the mix. So if you want to use one of these effects engines and put a reverb over the top, you can. The effects engines are really, really unique to the DB series of mixers. You've got delays, reverbs, resonators, modulators and damage style effects. Each actual category of effect, if you hit select, you can then scroll up and down and choose furthermore different types of effects. You've got around 50 effects as standard included on the DB2 to get your head around and start playing with. To activate this effect engine, all you need to do is move to the bottom, hit the on button. You've got a filter there. You've got a big dry and wet function here, and you've got an expression. So you can then literally click up here. You can look, it's automatically detected the BPM of my track. I can then change the beat fractions. I can click furthermore, change the third parameter. So it's very easy to just get hands-on, start experimenting and seeing what the effects sound like. It's an amazing mixer. There's so much more it has underneath the skin. For example, you've got a MIDI shift function here, which means when I'm in MIDI shift, I can actually then use this section here to actually control tractor, for example. So I could actually use this unit to actually control tractor, and I've still got the sound card feature at the back. But the interesting thing is with MIDI shift, it doesn't affect the mixer settings. So right now, that's an effect. I can then switch to MIDI shift and, for example, use cue or play, sync, and pitch bend, and then switch it back. But when I'm in MIDI shift, I can still change the effect. So it's a very interesting feature and allows this unit to just go straight on the road with. It's shipping now, and it's a great unit. All right.